In previous video, we have talked about this article update, and up until now, we have learned about create view, list view, update view, and detail view. Also, we have learned in blog, in blog application. Okay, let's talk about this delete view. Okay, but before that, let me see the documentation. In Django documentation, we can see here create view, update view, delete view. Well, I click on this. Let's see what it tells. It says that you have to have this reverse energy and you have to import this, and then the model you have, and then delete view, and then have like this. Well, you have the model and success URL. Well, I do the same thing, like I want to have this. Okay, we have the delete view. Instead of this author, I want to have the article. I don't need to have this view, rather we have the article delete, and the success URL will be like account home. That's it. Let's copy this, and here I have this here, and the same like update, we want to have delete, and here also instead of update we have delete as well, and clean. Okay, now let's see the home.html. In home.html, we want to have some kind of like condition. Means, for example, we have here the articles. Okay, if the user is super user, the super user must have that access or must have that power to delete an article. So if the user is active user or author or someone else, so they do not have access to delete an article. That's why we have the condition. If I tell here if user dot is super user, okay, and if, that's it. And here now I want to have everything. Okay, delete. Now I want to have it here like URL. We have the same URL, means account. In account we have like article delete and article.pk. Well, let's have a class here, class batch. Okay, batch danger. Okay, the server, well, yeah, let's see the author. Well, instead of author we have the article. Server is running. Let me refresh this. When I refresh, some buttons are here. Okay, this is not the right place. Well, we have this. So when I refresh this, I can see a button here as delete button. Well, okay, a super user. Let me refresh for active user. Well, the active user cannot see any button here. Good. Let's delete an article. Okay, I want to delete this, just for testing this article. When I click on delete button, so it says that template does not exist. Well, you have to have in blog directory some kind of HTML file, article confirm delete. Well, okay, I want to have, but I do not want to have in blog directory. So how can I manage those all? So in registration, I want to have this. Okay, so let's see here. We had this view, and after we had this template. Well, I want to just copy and paste this template. Okay, it says it has a form. In the form we have a CSRF token. Well, form, everything is clear. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. It mentioned that you have this .html file and block, but we do not have this in block, we have in registration. How can we manage this? So I want to mention this here in the template. Well, registration and registration article confirm delete.html. okay, I've saved this. Let's refresh. Okay, when I refresh, it shows this page. Okay, are you sure you want to delete this? Well, yeah, I want to confirm this. Okay, I confirmed this. So it's very, very nice. Let's see this page, this article. Well, this article is second article updated. So if you see this, well, the pks or primary key is 3. Okay, let's access this with this active user. Okay, we had here like article and delete. So the primary key is 3. When I enter, oh, it's very, very bad, because the active user must not have this power to delete something. Okay, but it can delete now. So it's very, very bad. How we can solve this? How we can restrict the access of, well, an active user instead of super user? Okay, let's have a mixin here. I want to write a mixin. Okay, the mixin will be, well, same as this. Okay, some changes we can bring here. Okay, I want to tell that super user access mixin. Okay, only super user has that access. Okay, we have this page, and we do not have this thing, and we delete this pk if article dot user. So here I want to have like if request dot user dot as super user, will return this, otherwise raise this, well, error, raise this http 404. okay, I want to have this and view here. okay, so I want to pause this here. Let's see now. Okay, when I refresh this, it says that you cannot have access to this page. Well, 404. Okay, that's good. That's very, very nice. Okay, I want to have this. So means the normal user or active user or any author cannot have access to delete or cannot delete an article. Only super user can. Okay, this part is completely done. Now let's see one thing. For example, I want to delete this 5th article. Okay, when I click, okay, 5th article, when I click on delete button, you see the article means this, well, style is not good. Okay, let's change the style, or let's have the style a little bit nice. Okay, we have this home. Well, what we had? Not home actually. We had this article create. Okay, so one thing is here. Let me cut this, and it also has a form. Okay, instead of this form, I want to have our form. Okay, I have this form, and I don't need this crispy form. Okay, now let's check this. Let me refresh this. There is something changed. Well, it says, are you sure? Well, let me have this a little more, like this style should be a little more great than before. Okay, here is column. The column, let me check this. Okay, instead of this 12, I want to have 8, and let's have the text and center. Okay, I refresh. Okay, it looks very nice. I think 8 is not good. Let me have this as 6. It looks nice. Okay, card, we have this card default. Instead of this default, I want to have danger. When I refresh this, it looks a little bit, means better than before. Okay, so okay, here it says that, are you sure you want to delete this? I think it's better than that. Yeah, let me delete this. I want to delete this third article as well. When I click on this, it says, well, you want to delete this article. Well, yes. It's very, very nice.